What's going on? What's going on? We weren't going to break today, but I got back from my dentist appointment early, so we're putting together a quick one, little divisional. Two hobby light of 2022 platinum anniversary. One hobby and two hobby light of platinum anniversary. No, I'm not. Oh, Braves option Winans back and recalled Schuster. But we got a divisional, 6 divisions. All the teams for the divisions are listed in case you need to know. 1 hobby box and 2 hobby lights. We'll open up at least 1 auto and 8 black and white mini diamonds. Just putting together a real quick break. Got back from my appointment early. Going to squeeze one in before work. We got 6 divisions. All of them are in the store. Just getting started. All cards ship for all the teams in your division. Yeah, it was just a regular cleaning or whatever. Just a regular cleaning. We got this is 2022 platinum anniversary. 2022 platinum anniversary. And we'll see if we can tilt that a little bit. There we go. So a little divisional, should be quick. Ended up doing one last night. Enjoyed it. It was fun. So we're gonna do another one. See if we can squeeze one in here before the work day starts. Exactly. Welcome in, guys. Welcome in. A quick divisional. 1 hobby, 2 hobby light. 1 hobby, 2 hobby light. We'll open quite a few. We did hit the Zach Wheeler gold to 50. That was a good one. Had some nice black and whites. Hit a big hurt black and white last night. We were putting together the Cepeda rainbow. We hit the gold and the rose gold Cepeda. Luis, he is the patron saint of 2022. Luis Hill is the patron saint of 2022. Too funny. Crack myself. But we'll see if we got some people interested in a divisional. See if we got people interested in divisional this morning. That was his Luis Hill. He sent it. Man, rough game last night for the Braves. Whew. That was a rough one. I'm telling you, this reliever they got, I don't know where they got him from. Hand, man, he's a dumpster fire. He is a dumpster fire. Welcome in, guys. We have 1 hobby and 2 hobby light boxes. 2022 Topps Chrome Platinum Anniversary. Doing a divisional, so 6 divisions. Those divisions are in the store. Wasn't going to break today, but got back from my appointment early. So figured, why not? You bought 3 cases of Pristine this morning? Or you bought the Rockies in 3 cases of Pristine this morning? Yeah, Rockies definitely going to be cheap on the Pristine side. Definitely going to be cheap on the Pristine side. 20 seems like a really good price, though. I mean, you still got Tovar in there. I know he doesn't auto. But he's still in the set. Nolan Jones is the auto, right? Yeah. How's he doing? How's Nolan Jones doing? Welcome in, guys. We have a divisional going on. Just getting started. That's pretty good. That's pretty good. Yeah, I mean that's true. Man, Zach Geloff is crushing it for the A's. It'll be interesting to see if when they move to Vegas, if he gets any more kind of FaceTime, if they start getting a little more pub being out of Oakland. Welcome in, guys. Divisional break going on. Divisional break. We're looking for 6 people. Grab a division. Get all the teams in the division and all the cards for those teams. Let's do this. Let's do a little poll. Let's do a little poll. Let's see. Yeah, he didn't hit the ball too well, but he played solid. I mean, he's playing second, and second is a position that he can play. I mean, he is a second baseman. He is not a shortstop. He is a second baseman. He's not a shortstop. So, getting him in there was good. Freeman Olsen. All right, let's see. See who people think is going to be MVP. Welcome in, guys. 1 hobby, 2 hobby light of 22 platinum anniversary. 1 hobby, 2 hobby light of platinum anniversary. Running a divisional. Mickey Mouse was on the middle. That's true. Running a quick divisional. Didn't have a lot of time this morning. I wasn't expecting to break, but got back from my dentist appointment early. Just trying to squeeze in a quick divisional. 1 hobby, so there's going to be at least 1 auto. We will open 2 hobby light as well, so we can get the autos. You're chasing the out of 15 autos out of the hobby light. they have a little higher chance of hitting the image variations as well. They have a little better chance of hitting the image variations as well. We got a little divisional, running a little divisional. We got one hobby, two hobby light, one hobby, two hobby light. You get all the teams in the division and all the cards for that team, all the teams in the division and all the cards for that team. So we're running a little divisional, a little different. Usually we run pick your team, but got a short time span today, so just looking to find 6 people who want to crack some cards. All the 22 rookies are in this. We got 6 divisions. You get all the teams in the division, all the cards for those teams. Everything ships. One hobby, two hobby light. One hobby, two hobby light. So we're going to open up at least one auto and 8 black and white mini diamonds. We'll open up a ton of color as well. Should open up an X-Fractor in each box. We'll open about 12 colored parallels. We'll open up one auto. And then, like I said, we'll also have the black and white 8. We'll have 8 of the black and white mini diamonds. 8 of the black and white mini diamonds. Got a Corbin Carroll vote. He is crushing it. He is definitely crushing it. He is definitely crushing it. We got 6 divisions. You get all 5 teams in the division, all the cards for those teams. Welcome in, guys. Welcome in. Six division break. You grab a division, you get all the teams inside that division. All cards ship. We'll open up probably somewhere around 12 colored refractors. We'll have at least one auto, maybe more. And we will have 8 black and white mini diamonds along with all the refractors and everything else. It's the 22 set, so it's got all of the 22 rookies in it. So O'Neal Cruz, Torkelson, Wander, and J-Rod, Bobby Witt Jr., all those guys. So all the divisions are in the store. All the divisions are in the store. But this is a pick your division. We ran one last night, went really well. So we're running it back this morning. All the divisions are loaded up and in the store. You get all the teams for that division and all the cards for those teams. Like I said, we'll open probably somewhere around 12 or so numbered parallels. We'll open up at least one auto. We may hit an auto out of the Hobby Light as well. We hit a Zach Gallen auto out of one a couple days ago. And then you're also chasing the image variations. You get all the hot 22 rookies. So Torkelson, O'Neal Cruz, Wander and J-Rod, Bobby Witt Jr., Pena, Chas McCormick, who's on fire right now. In fact, we hit a Chas auto a couple breaks ago in this set. Welcome in, guys. Welcome in. One hobby and two hobby light. So we'll open up quite a few. Cards. It's a good mix of veteran and active players. All the big 22 rookies are in there. J-Rod, Wander, Bobby Witt. Shit. You get all the teams for the division, all cards shipped. Like I said, we'll have probably around 14, 12 or so numbered refractors or numbered parallels. Have at least one auto, 8 black and white mini diamonds as well. On top of all that, 3 X-Fractors. Yeah. He's starting to slide. That season gets long for those rookies. That season gets long for those rookies. Yeah, actually, I think he's fallen down to like, I forget what his odds are, but his odds have fallen way down. It's kind of funny. The top 4 are actually now, I looked at it yesterday. Top 4 now are Acuna, Freeman, Olsen, and Betts. Yeah, I mean, there's going to be some ebb and flow to it. Nobody can sustain that for the whole year. I mean, it's wild that Acuna hasn't really gone through a major slump. Like Olsen had a huge slump, but it was at the beginning of the season. Yeah, Olsen had a major slump, but this is the beginning of the season, so it's kind of like one of those. It's like the college football thing, right? Like if you take a loss early in the season, you can recover, but a loss late in the season, you can't recover. Feels like MVP voting is that way a lot as well. If you start slow or you have a big slump early on, everybody forgets about that. They just forget about how you finish, or they just remember how you finish. Welcome in. We're doing a pick your division. Divisions are loaded up. Divisions are all loaded up. You get all the teams in the division and all the cards for those teams. are opening one hobby and two hobby light. One hobby, two hobby light. So we're going to open up at least one auto, maybe there may be an auto in the hobby light as well. We'll open up 8 black and white mini diamonds. We'll probably have a dozen or so numbered, colored parallels. And you got all the refractors, and then usually there's one X-fractor per box as well. So a lot of value out of this set is out of the parallels and refractors. Obviously, you can hit some big autos. All the big 22 rookies are in this set. O'Neal Cruz, Wander, J-Rod, Bobby Witt, Torkelson, C.J. Abrams, Chaz McCormick and Pena. All those big rookies. Yeah, I mean, I agree. But, I mean, odds are just based off of where the money lands. Odds aren't really based off of anything else other than that. Yeah, so that means nobody's betting on them. You know, it's not really indicative of, I mean, you know, it's hedged a little bit, right? Because if the odds get too far out of whack, then, you know, people will start to lay down ridiculous money. But odds in general are they're a reflection of betting patterns. You know, and man, I'll tell you what, those Vegas guys are very, very good. They are very, very good at what they do. Corbin's negative 30,000. Wow. Oh, Ohtani. Oh, I'm surprised they have odds still on Ohtani. A lot of places have pulled Ohtani's odds from even being able to place a bet anymore. Yeah, I mean, placing a $30,000 bet to win $100 seems like a really, really bad idea. Yeah, placing a $30,000 bet to win $100 seems really, really bad. There was somebody recently. There was some game. I think it was a football game last year, but I'm not. Maybe in basketball, actually. Maybe in basketball, where it was some. At some point in the game, it was. Oh, what was it? At halftime, it was something ridiculous. I think it was football. I'm trying to remember what it was now. There was last year. There was a game at half. Maybe it was a Jags game. It was the Jaguars playoff game where they were down like 3 touchdowns or 4 touchdowns. And somebody laid a ton of money on the money line for whoever it was the Jags were playing. I forget. Was it the Jets? I don't remember. Anyway, no, the Rams, right? Yeah, Rams. But laid like a stupid amount of money down, basically like $1.5 million to win like 10,000. And actually, they came back and they won the game, and so the guy lost his $1.5 million or whatever it was. It was something absurd, something crazy. Welcome in, guys. We got a divisional going on. 6 divisions. Pick up a division. You get all the teams within that division. We're opening 1 hobby and 2 hobby light, 1 auto, 8 black and white mini diamonds. Quick, cheap break. War picked up NL West. He snuck in here and picked up NL West. I missed it. So we got 1 division down, 5 divisions to go. Got 1 division down, 5 divisions to go. More importantly, when were there 6 teams? More importantly, when were there 6 teams in a division? Look at 3 people picking Corbin Carroll to win MVP. Got a divisional going on, and we've got 1 division gone so far. Just getting started. 1 divisional gone. Pick up your division. Get all the teams within that division. Pick up a division. Get all the teams within that division. And all the cards for that team. Everything ships. Everything ships. We got 1 team down, 1 division down. NL West is off the table. AL East and AL West are the 2 big divisions. AL East has Wander, but you've also got the Red Sox and the Yankees and all the ridiculous autos that come with those teams. And players. And then AL West, you've got Ohtani and you've got J-Rod. You also got Chas McCormick and Jeremy Pena for the Stros. John, appreciate the share, bud. Appreciate the share. We got 5 divisions left. NL West is off the table. 5 divisions left. Yeah, 5 divisions left. We got the NL West off the table. 5 divisions. All the big divisions, 2 big divisions, AL East and AL West, are still on the table. AL East and AL West still available. You get all the teams within the division and all the cards for that team. Everything does ship. Everything ships. So we got 1 division gone, AL West or NL West. Other 5 divisions are available. It is. It is. It's interesting. Yeah. People don't like divisionals as much, which I get. I understand that. Like, if you're a big team person, not as much interest in the divisional. I like divisionals. I mean, sometimes I just want the team, but I like getting in divisionals as well. Especially like a set like this. It's really deep across. It's really deep across a lot of teams in a set like this. So I like divisionals in sets like this. There's some sets that just aren't good for it. But this is a good one because this set has a good mix of rookie, active player, and retired. So you got a lot of these really popular old school guys in this set as well. Some really neat autos. Like Cardinals have like Ozzie Smith. You get like Raleigh Fingers, Ferguson Jenkins. So you got like some really cool. You got Big Hurt, Frank Thomas. So you got some really cool. It's a different. This is a different kind of set. I really liked it when they came out with it last year. So I'm a fan. I'm a fan. Interesting update to the terms of services with Whatnot. They are no longer allowing things like purchase incentives. I didn't really do that anyway, but they're not allowing purchase incentives anymore. So like groups that are like so bounties, can't put bounties out anymore. Discontinuing that. Is it? Yeah. So the bounties, and then also scenarios where like everybody who spends X dollars, you're gonna get a duck for a race for a box or something like that. That kind of stuff's going away. Which they're really trying to get away from the gambling aspect of it. Which I mean, I think there's that's why they don't allow the duck races. You can't like ladder up. So like for yeah. Well, yeah, some of these bounties are out of control. I mean, they're not out of control, but like, what was the one of those Wimby bounties I saw was just absolutely insane. That's because the set was garbage, so they just used the bounty to try to move the rest of the set. It's just kind of, I don't know. That's interesting. That's a good point. That's a good point. Wasn't thinking about that application of it. Well, yeah, I mean, and that's what it's meant to do. Like, and the you know, if the chase team gets taken or gets hit super early in something like that, you know, it can tank the overall bids. End up taking a loss, but that's the risk you run. I mean, like, you also make a mint if you happen to get the chase team to survive until the end, or at least close to the end, or the other big teams. There's one group. I've got to go back and watch some of their other breaks because I don't do their breaks anymore. But the last 3 of their breaks that I've watched, the chase team has made it, like, and we're talking like full case break Orioles for Chrome, full case break D-backs for 2023 Bowman, full case break, not full case break, half case break 2022 Bowman and the Reds. And like in each, so those are the last 3 that I've watched of theirs. And in each case, those chase teams made it to the very, very end, which, you know, maybe they didn't in the rest, but they also do the cards, you know, for randomization or for the random selection. Which I actually like the cards, but that's also, cards are a thing that can be manipulated. I have friends who can do it very, very well. So it's kind of one of those things. Yeah, I mean, that's, somebody probably threatened to sue is what probably happened. What happened is somebody probably threatened to sue whatnot. And so they're just like, all right, well, we'll limit our liability. Most likely, like, somebody brought a lawsuit and their lawyers were probably like, listen, you can probably work an angle here. Now the question is if they ban that person from their platform. What's going on, guys? We're going to fill a divisional. We got 5 divisions left. 5 divisions left. Yeah, I mean, like, and some of that stuff is. Oh, I mean, you've had to deal with that before, also, right? Where like there was that one break where you did, where they kind of they were running auctions, but the boxes they had on the screen weren't for the same exact thing. Yeah, I mean, like, yeah, there are definitely scumbags, and they are on both sides of the fence. They are on both sides of the fence. There are some shady breakers, and there are also some shady breakies. What you call them? Where they're just angle shooting and they're trying to exploit. Put it on the credit card and they dispute the charge, that kind of thing. And some, if they hit, they got some. And I have like one of the worst. I have one of the worst run bad stories probably. It was back when 2023 Bowman. This is painful. This is painful. Story time. It was back when 2023 Bowman was it was like release weekend. I think it was that same weekend. And one of these breakers, interestingly enough, is actually the breaker that I don't break with anymore. And that I was just talking about. But one of the breakers, they were doing random teams, and it was a full case break of 23 jumbo, I'm pretty sure. And there were 4 teams left. 4 teams left in the break. And they the 4 teams left in the break, and they had a pick 3 get 1, or pick 3 get 2. It was a pick 3 get 2. The pick 3 get 2 was at like 700, I think. I think the pick 3 get 2 was like 700. And the Diamondbacks and Orioles. Let's see, the last 4 teams were Diamondbacks, Orioles, Blue Jays, and White Sox. And so they had a pick 3 get 2. They also had a pick 2 get 1 that was at like 450 or something like that. So anyway, so I don't normally get into something that big, but I was like, all right. I was like, could still pick up the Orioles, but might hit the got 50% chance to hit the D-backs at on the pick 2 get 1, and so I slid to bid, I slid the counter to bid, and right as I was doing that, somebody right in front of me had bid like to the C3 pick 2. And so what I ended up doing was going over the top of them, and so ended up bidding like 700 and I don't know, something 720 maybe, somewhere in there. And I was like, well, shit, that's not what I meant to do. But I got in the hype, and I was like, all right, you know what? So I won. I was like, all right, yeah. Rather than be like, hey, listen, that was a lag bid, and I want to retract it. I was like, we'll go with it. I was like, we got a 75% chance of hitting here. Naturally, the end of the story is I did not. I picked all of the other teams. And Diamondbacks. Oh, and you pick up the Yankees. And you pick up the Yankees with the high bid. Yeah, that was a lesson learned. War, that was early on. That was a lesson learned. That was a lesson learned. But again, I don't know. I'm not normally in something that size. I don't normally, want to run the risk at that rate. So I was like, all right, 100, $200, no big deal. But above that, you know, you really want to. But yeah, I mean, once you've had it done once, you do learn. You do learn, right? But anyway, so I was like, all right, so naturally I picked the other three. And so, they're like, oh, well, we'll just give you the third team anyway. So it was only a C3 pick two, but they're like, that's disgusting. We'll give you the third team anyway. So thanks for the White Sox. But yeah. So anyway, so that's what I ended with, and I was like sick to my stomach. I was like, that's gross. Why did I do this? Buyer's remorse, that kind of thing. But I was like, all right, whatever. We'll watch. So the very first box they opened a Drew Jones like blue to 150, true blue to 150, and I was like, I was like, that's gross. I was like, I can't watch the rest of this, so I shut it off and everything. And then later, I'm like, you know what? I was like, let me, let's see if I hit something. Literally log back into the stream, and within 90 seconds, they hit a Drew Jones auto. I was like, nope, we're done. We're done. I'm not watching any more of this. Yeah, like the not shipping base thing. I mean, these guys are trying to turn as much product as they can. So, like, it takes a long time. Like, when I did back when Series 1, back when Series 1 released, I probably did 20 cases. 20 cases within the first week and a half of Series 1. And it took forever. I shipped all the base. I sorted and shipped all the base. It took forever to sort and ship that much product. So with the volume that they're breaking, I definitely understand from the perspective of sets like that. After some period of time, like after the first week or so, I could understand you not shipping base. I don't understand it early on, and I definitely don't understand it in like, you're talking about like with Platinum Chrome Anniversary, or even with Topps Chrome, even with 23 Chrome. Like, I don't understand not shipping base. It, or they get into the we don't ship veterans, and I'm just like, there it takes more time to sort the veterans out than it would be if you just sorted the base. I mean, you still have to sort the rookies if you're doing that. And so, like, you're just like, I don't know. I don't get it, man. I do understand it on like I said, those big ones. I do understand it, but what I don't understand is them not selling the base slot. Yeah, well, exactly, right? Exactly. Like, and it's funny because yesterday in that same break, I keep going back to these guys, but yesterday in that break of theirs that I was watching, someone's like, "Are you going to run the base?" And they're like, "Nah, not on this one. We'll do it on the next one." And I'm like, first of all, it takes like 10 seconds to run an auction on the base. And why aren't you running an auction on the base? So it's just, yeah, it's wild. It's, yeah, I don't get it. I don't get it. Well, yeah, that's the kind of the other part of the equation is, they assume everybody, just because they're saying it on their channel, that everybody's listening. But there's lots of people who don't have volume on for these breaks. But Whatnot could do a better job of that also. The number of times that I've heard people say that they can't see, like like you look in the store right now, and it's a lot easier to see on the desktop, but like from a phone, you look in the store, you can see the main title, but the description underneath it, like you don't, is very difficult to see a lot of times on the phone. So they may put no base in there, but like nobody can see it. It's hard to see. Or when you're bidding, it's all down there jammed in that little corner, and it's hard to see. 1020. I mean, there are a lot of things they do well. There are a lot of good things about Whatnot. It is infinitely better than other, like, I can't remember, Clapper or whatever that is. Like, don't like that platform. Don't like TikTok is, it started out as something, but now it's garbage. So like there are a lot of things like, and then Whatnot on the seller side makes it, there are some good things they do on the seller side. There are things that they could do better. But um but for the most part, like, I'm pretty pleased with Whatnot overall. Dealing with eBay, man, is ridiculous. It's interesting that I was able to fill a divvy last night at 3:30 in the morning in like 45 minutes. Yeah. Well, I mean, now eBay's even put the quash on breaking for the most part. Um, I did a bunch of break. I did a bunch of breaks on eBay. It was good for it also had its purpose, but uh, the problem with eBay was like they just didn't care. They just didn't care. Like they saw my sales volume spike. God, yeah, yeah. Like the first the first several breaks on Whatnot were interesting. It was about establishing how to break even while you figured the different components out. it'll be interesting to see what the impact of the Fanatics app will be as well long term. Well, yeah, because they squeezed the supply. Like I can't break on eBay anymore. I was doing 20,000 a month on eBay in breaks. Like eBay was great for certain things, and part of that was like you could just like I don't have to like this right now. Yeah. Like right now, you don't have to spend the time to fill the break. It just fills for you. Now there are risks. There's upside downside to that as well. But like I was doing 20 grand a month on eBay in breaks and 15 to 20, and they dropped the hammer in the middle of July. Middle of June they came out with a thing, and they're like, all right, we're we're closing down breaking, and only approved people will be able to break. And so I'm like, all right, like what you need. But yeah, then they shut it down. So like I immediately contacted them. I was like, hey, I do a lot of business. Is this? And I have not received an email that says you're on the approved list. And the person I talked to was like, oh no, because the volume that you do and the high percentage that you do comes from breaks. Like you're approved for breaks. I was like, okay, great. And then July, ironically, it was the day of my birthday or the day before my birthday was the D-Day. And that day comes, and all of a sudden I can't do breaks anymore. And they're like, oh, well, she told you wrong. Like, oh, well, that's kind of important. I'm like, that's it. Like she told me wrong, and like, go have a nice day. They're like, yeah. Like, they just didn't care. I was like, all right, hate eBay. They were a necessary evil, but I hate them. They are good for singles. What's up, guys? We got a divisional going on. We have 5 divisions left. 5 divisions left. 1 division off the table. Get all the teams in the division and all cards shipped. Yeah, I didn't make a high cut. Like there are plenty of those where even then you'll barely break even on the eBay side. Like it's really, really fickle. But like now they've squeezed supply so much, and you still got all that demand on that side. The interesting thing was going to be whether that demand translated into other areas. And it does not seem to have made its way yet. Like I have seen like a few people that broke with me on eBay that are on this app now. But for the most part, people kind of stay in their lanes. That was man. Oh god, that red. Oh, seeing that red in the auto slot, I was like, come on. Let's go. I was like, this is it. Like I've hit some nice cards, but I was like, this is it. This is where we hit the monster. Back in the back. You had the email typed up. Top drawer cleaned out. Finger on the sin. Like, this is it. This is it, boys. Oh man. I was like, come on. I mean, this could be so many autos. Like, even if it's not like a monster, like that could still be huge for even medium guys. Like an Outman red out of 5, right? He's cooled off, but like that would still be disgusting. God, Alexa, play 90s alternative. I really did too. I thought it was happening. I did. I pulled. What was it? It was out of Bowman Best. I think it was Bowman Best. Maybe it was just. Maybe it was just Bowman Chrome of 2022. But I pulled a Arias first auto orange out of that product. That was a big card. I don't know. Like, it'll depend on if they slide Ellie into update. It'll depend on if Ellie gets slid in update. I'll tell you what will be fire is next year's Series 1. Whew. Because technically, with the timing of his call up, he shouldn't be in update. And I could see them, doing the Adley thing and leaving him to drive Series 1. But you also got like Christian, you got Encarnacio Strand also. They also just called up Noelve Marte. Like, but you got like Sal Frelick and stuff. There's a lot of guys for Series 1. It's going to be really big. But it'll be interesting to see if. Oh, yeah. Harris home field advantage. I agree. What's up, guys? We have a divisional going on. 5 teams in the division. You get all the teams in the division. All the teams in the division. All cards ship. NL West is the only team off the table so far. NL West, only team off the table so far. But we got a divisional going on. 1 hobby and 2 hobby light boxes. 1 auto. 8 black and white mini diamonds. 8 black and white mini diamonds. No traction on the divisional. Kind of wild. All right. War, I'm going to refund your money for the divisional. And we will just run it as a pick your team later. Thought with how fast it filled last night, I'd have filled one today. I know. I like divisionals. So we'll see. But yeah, I don't think so. Doesn't appear to be a whole lot of interest on the divisional side of things. So it's all good. But yeah, I'll close it out. I will refund your purchase on this one, and we will be back tomorrow. Tomorrow we will be doing one hobby, one jumbo of 23 chrome. No. Tomorrow is the two hobby, two light of this set. Thursday is the one hobby, one jumbo of chrome. So, all right, guys, appreciate you. I'll be responsible and go get ready for my meeting early. See you guys.